the final thing that I purchased from Barnes and Noble, and when I purchased this, I thought about the pandemic. Somebody said you never miss the water until your well runs dry. I heard Mama say that you ain't gonna miss me till I'm gone. And I was telling my brother that the other day. I said, you need to count your blessings and name them one by one. I said, you need to thank God for life, health, strength. God, thank you for this bed. Thank you for my blanket. God, thank you for my ceiling fan. Thank you for this air conditioner. God, thank you for my eyes to see. And I tell you what, you never know how important your eyes to see are. One morning, I woke up and my friend was telling me something that was on the news. And I said, What is this? And I started rubbing my eyes. So I didn't have on my glasses yet. And if you know me, you know I cannot see without my glasses. But I was rubbing my eyes to get my cell phone and pull up the news. And in just that moment, I tore my cornea. Yep, you can tear your cornea. Your cornea is in your eye. I tore my cornea. So I had to go to the quick med, and the doctor was an older guy, and he examined my eye, and he said I had pink eye. And I said, no, 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 no. And so my doctor's office is in Perry, Georgia, which is a 45-minute ride from Macon. And I chose that doctor because he told me he was a specialist in keratoconus, and that is a condition of the cornea where your cornea should be shaped like a basketball. It should be oval, but mine is more so like a football. And so he's a specialist. I went down there, and the lady looked in my eye, and she said, What happened? She looked in my eye again. I said, What is it? What is it? And she said, Well, the doctor have to tell you. So I had torn my cornea. Yes, I tore my eyeball just by rubbing it in the morning. And the doctor came in and he put a band-aid on my eye. Thank God for doctors. He put a band-aid, he put a contact in my eye that was a band-aid. Whenever people tear their eye, they put that on there to protect it. Of course, my eyes just running. I had 3 or 4 like moisturizing eye drops and so on and so forth. And it was difficult. I had a patch on my eye. I had the contact in there, the band-aid contact, and I had a patch on my eye. So that lesson taught me to respect my eyes, because people say I'm very difficult on myself. Like when I'm bathing, I just treat my mama always told me, treat your body gentle. My grandmother would always tell me when I was a little girl, she said, you brushing your teeth too hard. She said, you need to brush your teeth lightly. And I always have loved to brush my teeth. I typically brush my teeth 3 or 4 times a day. She said, you brushing too hard, brush lightly. But so count your blessings, name them one by one. When you wake up in the morning time and you can see, when you wake up and you can move, you can function, you can put your feet on the floor, you can walk to the kitchen. If you have just water in the refrigerator, you better say thank God for that water, because it could be absolutely nothing in there. When you wake up and you have little Henry who's begging to go outside, be thankful. Even be thankful for Henry's health. During the pandemic, I really haven't said much about it because I didn't know what to do, but I took Henry to the doctor. He needed a surgery on his right knee, right as in the right side of his body. Well, the surgeon accidentally did surgery on the left side of his body. Yeah. So I'm thankful for Henry as he's getting better. Um, this is one of those things I really don't know what to do, but pray about it. Before I took Henry for surgery, I did pray, and I anointed his right side with oil. I had listened to a sermon. I got some holy oil and anointed his right side. But the doctor did surgery on the wrong side. Been very upsetting. I called several law firms. And they said, well, in Georgia, dogs are like property. It's not like he's a human member of your family. He's like your car, your furniture, just property. And he said that the doctor will be responsible for doing the surgery on the correct leg. But at this point, I don't want to take Henry through that. So I'm thankful for Henry and his recovery. He is recovering quite well. He's still hopping. Henry's a jumper. And my brother said this morning, he said, I hate what happened to Henry. Because it's almost like Henry's handicapped, almost. But he's supposed to have a full recovery. It's been a long road from it. So, and luckily and surprisingly, that they haven't asked me to pay anything for the surgery. I talked to the fellow surgeon for who works at that vet clinic. I talked to her for a long time, and I told her I brought him up here for his right leg, and because of the pandemic, because of COVID, I couldn't go inside with Henry. So they came to the car, and of course in Georgia, it was warm in the month of May. So when they came out to the car, they wrote down everything I said, and they look back at the notes and they say, well, she called and made an appointment for his right side. When she brought him for his right side. But on the day of surgery, the doctor did it on the left side. He said it was the left knee that needed the surgery, not the right knee. But I brought him for the right knee. So, I'm still at a loss for words on that. But in counting my blessings, I realized that our students have been out of school. If you haven't figured out, I work at a school. Our students have been out of school since March the 17th. I never would have imagined that something like this, would have happened or taken place. So, the title of my last book is A Teacher is the Greatest Gift. Bought this from Barnes & Noble. It's by E.B. Cobbler, illustrated by Sarah Jennings. It's called A Teacher is the Greatest Gift. And so our students have had teaching online. We taught through Microsoft Teams. There's nothing like having your teacher there with you. Starts out saying, I love my teacher because, look at that. And then this is something that I want to do at some point next year. I love my teacher because a teacher, that's the little, I can make a copy of that page. A teacher is the greatest gift. Look at that. A teacher is the greatest gift. It says, a flame to light my way. A bright, big, sunny day. A solid bridge that never sways. A compass to help guide me. An open book to magic lands when the real ones far behind me. A teacher is a palette of colors to paint the world. A language to help describe it. Merci, thank you, grazie, gracias. Number, shapes, and measuring tools to help me build and size it. So I won't read any more of it for copyright purposes, but a teacher is the greatest gift. So I'm glad I got on here to talk with you today. I want you to, as we are going through the pandemic, remember to take a moment and breathe. One of the things that I had to do yesterday, and I've pretty much been trying to stay inside since March 17th. And of course, you can look at me and see I'm a big girl. I have been eating my quarantine snacks. You can see that. You can see I'm a big girl. I have been eating my quarantine snacks. I've been cooking in that kitchen. And along the way, I have ordered things to eat. Like I did order some pizza. But it can get very difficult when you're quarantined. One of the people that I'm very close to is my mother. And because she has asthma and a couple of other things, we are trying to protect her. I've not been around her. I've not hugged her since like the Sunday before March 17th. So, and my dad. So I'm used to going home. And home for me is 10 miles from here. And just being able to spend some time. I'm used to home cooked dinners. If you know my mother, she is a cook. And my brother says she's the reason why. But my mom cooks southern food. Like one of her famous dishes is like some peas and okra with some turkey in it. It'll be like the smoked turkey. And then she'll put corn on the cob in there. That's her specialty. She'll cook baked chicken, turkey wings. She'll do dressing, potato salad, just everything that you can think of. Today she's cooking a peach cobbler. Now, since I've not been able to go over to her during the quarantine, she started to put pork in her vegetables. Yes, pork, swine. She started to cook ribs more because I'm not there to eat and I'm not there to complain about it. Um, she even cooked some chitterlings. I'll let you think about that. My mama cooked some chitterlings in her home. After which I sent her a video saying, Mama, it was a Muslim video. The guy said, you know, a chitterling is something that's the hog's intestine. It had doodle in it. So, but she did cook the chitterlings. But I want you to take time to reach out to people, and I do talk to my friends. Almost like all day long, 2 or 3 friends that I talk to. But I want to make sure that that I end the quarantine better than I started it. I want to make sure that I have time to grow my mind, to grow my thoughts, and just making this video today has allowed me just a chance of self-expression to get on and just talk to you and share with you some of the things that I'm excited about reading, some of the things that I'm excited about growing my knowledge base before I go back to norm. So on that note, take care of yourself, take care of you, declutter your life, declutter your relationships, declutter your phone. If you need to go back through your phone and just declutter people's phone numbers, just take time to declutter yourself. Try something new, try new recipes. Just take this time to be better, and hopefully we emerge from this experience better than when we started. Hopefully we emerge strong, just with a greater sense of who God is to us, who God is in our lives. Hopefully you emerge with a new idea for a business, something that can be sustainable. But on that note, I always like to say shalom. I always say assalamu alaikum. Peace be unto you. And I want you to have peace in every area of your life. Peace with yourself. Because when you have that, that's the first step of it, to have peace with you, to have peace with God, peace with yourself, peace with your family, peace with your fellow man. And so I pray that peace upon you as we depart. And so until we meet again, be blessed, be loved, be light.